Hello everyone. This presentation includes tips to assist you with translation decisions in your language pair. The focus of the presentation is on equivalence, skopos, and norms. Let's begin with equivalence in translation. Equivalence is commonly defined as a relationship between two texts, a source text and a target text. This relationship allows the target text to be considered a translation of the source text. Equivalence is generally established on the basis that source text and target text supposedly refer to the same thing in the real world. For example, for the word milk in English, there is a direct equivalent in French. But sometimes there is no direct equivalent, which means the translator needs to consider corresponding cultural or practical options. Friday the 13th is an unlucky day in English language cultures, but in Spanish, the unlucky day is Tuesday the 13th. The television game show known as The Price is Right to English audiences becomes Le Juste Prix in French, whereas in German, it back translates as The Price is Hot, which is done for the purpose of retaining the rhyme in German. What strategies are there to help the translator? One option would be to borrow the term from the source language. For example, the French word croissant is commonly used in English. The Russian words glasnost and perestroika are also commonly used, or terms from technical fields such as internet, computer, email are borrowed from English into many languages. Another option would be signification. The word shallow does not have a direct equivalent in French, but the signification can be conveyed as peu profond, which literally means not very deep. Another option is adaptation, which refers to changing the cultural reference when a situation in the source culture does not exist in the target culture. For example, cycling is to the French what cricket is to the British or baseball to the Americans. Transposition, which means changing one part of the speech for another, for example, a noun for a verb, without changing the sense. Say, in French, upon her rising would be translated by as soon as she got up. The French word expéditeur, literally sender, becomes from on a letter or package in English. Let's move into skopos. Skopos is a Greek word for aim, purpose, or goal. The basic idea is that the target text must be fit for purpose. In other words, knowing why a source text is to be translated and what the function of the target text will be is crucial for the translator. For example, implicit meanings in the source text need to be explained to the target text receiver, so the focus would be on the target text. Say, the owl symbolizes wisdom in English language cultures, red is a symbol of happiness in Chinese cultures, or the importance of the lotus flower in ancient Egypt, Buddhism, and other cultures. What strategies are there to help the translator who is asked to translate a cookbook that features ingredients and utensils that are not available in the target culture? Some ingredients could be, for example, fresh ginger, pita bread, chips, mini croutons. These may be unavailable in some target cultures. In that case, the translator may look for ingredients that are more readily available in the target culture. Likewise, utensils such as kettles, garlic presses, and potato mashers are not used in all cultures. In the source text, a drawing of a potato masher is followed by the caption, "Crush the potato by pressing a potato masher down again and again on the chunks. Do it until there are no lumps left." In the French and Spanish cultures, where potato mashers do not exist, the translators solve this problem by suggesting a different utensil, thus orienting the translation towards the target culture. The French caption, for example, tells the reader to crush the potatoes or to pass them through a blender. In the Spanish, a fork is suggested or an instrument like the one in the picture. Let's take a look at norms. Norms are constraints on translation decisions. They would concern the decisions made when translating a text. Norms refer to the expectations of the target reader as to what a translation of a particular type should be like. Norms also refer to the following: professional ethics. In other words, the translator is accountable for the target text. Ensuring maximum communication in the target culture and minimizing misunderstandings, but also ensuring the relationship between source text and target text from a linguistic perspective. The translator should consider the following aspects. The target text receiver reads the target text as though it were a source text written in their own language. For example, a translated computer manual, a piece of software, or a website should fulfill the function of instructing the target text receiver in the same way as the source text does for the source text reader. The translation commission is another aspect. Here, the translator needs to compare the source and the target texts to see where the texts may diverge, and to prioritize the function of the target text, making the translation more target culture oriented. Here are two examples of how norms operate in practice. You can take a look at the website on the screen to give you an idea how the information is featured in German, French, Italian, Korean, and Chinese. Likewise, the website australia.com is available in many languages, including French, Italian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Bahasa Indonesia, German, and more. Here, machine translation was used without post-editing, and as such, norms had not been observed. From the website australia.com, here is an example. The source text reads, "There is nothing like Australia. Create your dream holiday to Australia. Choose what you like. Do what you love." And following that, we have the French, the German, the Italian, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Korean, the Spanish, and the Indonesian. Take a look at these websites to understand how and where the norms have or have not been applied. Thank you.